And unlike the other tournament, this is basically skipping an entire round, and we're actually going. These races have been waiting for quite a while, so it's nice to see them be able to just go. Although Arious hasn't yet, I'm not sure what's up with that. If that's I don't know. Skudge is going, Arious is not.
Looks like it might just be a stream hiccup, so we'll see how SuperSkuj is doing while we get Arious up and going.
So Stooge is doing the sometimes slower, sometimes not way of just getting some early bombs.
Yeah, I've seen the play to get maybe 1 or 2 bombs just south of the Grove, and then taking that over to the Kakariko supply hut, just farming bombs over there.
I think if you get any less than 2 from that, then you're wasting your time. You need 1 to get into the supply hut and 1 to possibly get the race game item one way or the other. I think if you just... I've seen people just get the 1, I'm like, well, what if race game has something? What do? You just don't walk back like a long walk in 2 screens? It seems a little wasteful. But yeah, getting the 2 bombs there is different, but it's a fine play. Oh, is that mirror?
Oh, that's a mirror. That is a mirror in the library.
Well, we won't know if that's required just yet.
Mirrorless is a thing. It's a time-consuming thing, but it is a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing where you honestly just want to see as little health as possible, and no red mail. You'll take the blue mail, but red mail makes everything take too long. We've seen some hilarious attempts at death warping this tournament.
You mean the fairy fails?
Yeah. Well, the biggest one being Reziphos the other day. That was a little on the extreme side of that.
I may not have seen that one.
He spent a good 3 or 4 minutes. He spent like a good 45 seconds trying to death warp at like half health in Ganon's start, as he had no mirror, and then revived with his fairy to like 10 hearts. Okay, we have no idea where Arious is, but he's doing
the hula hand.
Yeah, drop down here a few times so that your position on the map is a little screwed up, and then when you drop down, you enter the hula hand room if you do it right, and if you don't, then you waste a lot of time.
The tavern over there had a fairy in a bottle, and sick kid, that's a little more than an allowance. That's a rich kid's allowance.
Yeah, that's a good thing to see. That means that this is why people don't do hula hand really anymore. Like, they'll do flipperless hula hand if they get early gloves. Flipper's hula hand, which is bombing yourself into the escape drop down, and that will always put you in hula hand room if you just place a bomb, and it will basically, if you enter it from... Oh, there's a sword.
Yep, first sword, and still getting more money.
You know, I've been seeing too many low equipment runs. I'd like to see like a run with like gold sword and red mail early on. I think that would actually be okay.
I heard last night of a 26-minute butter sword, actually.
Oh, and it looks like he had already done Lint's Hut, which, like, if you're gonna do Hula Hand Room, you start at Sanctuary, and then you just do Hula Hand, then you're back at Lint's house, and you do that. That's usually what I've seen, so a little bit, you could have saved a bit of time there. Not a huge deal, but, you know.
Yeah, it looks like Kakariko's mostly paying out with rupees. Not seeing a whole lot besides that sword and that bottle.
I mean, that's fine. It's not the worst thing to happen. So we'll see if the forest gives anything. Now, I really like Skudge's route in, but I also think I'm just partial to the start in Sanctuary, do the post escape like thing that you do in Standard, and then like go in from there rather than starting at Lint's Hut like both these runners did. Now, if you get screwed out of bombs, it can be very frustrating, but you don't usually, I find. Oh, shoot, was the title not changed? I could have done that. That's my bad.
And Skuj finding out his pull prize just arrow. Oh, Skuj got arrows. Arious got magic.
Stooge has killed a bunch of dudes already. So he killed like guys with his with bush poles when he was grabbing bombs, so that made sense. So Stooge is basically just doing the reverse of like the standard the standard item rotation. Now in his position, doing Houlihan would like sort of make sense if he runs out of items to grab, but he still has self, and he should find 50 rupees that he needs, or like 80 rupees that he needs, and he'll find it when he's on this way here, and he's gonna probably do all of escape, I guess. I don't see why he wouldn't with like a sword. It's a little slower than waiting for a better weapon, but not really a point to. Also, Stooge is pretty good at this game, so I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe he knows dark sewers. I've been finding that doing dark sewers early is a huge like benefit. It got me tempered in a race earlier today. Like the seed was early master sword, and like if you did dark sewers, you got tempered sword, which like isn't needed, but is nice to have.
Yeah, on the Dark Escape, I've seen anything from like a green rupee to silver, so
yeah,
pay off.
Yeah, I think that dark sewers honestly isn't that bad if you have a sword. Like doing it completely blind, like no weapons to help you out, is a little rough. And if you have too few hearts, that one room before the room with the chest can kill you very easily. But I think if you have a sword, dark sewers isn't terrible once you've practiced it. It only took me like 5 minutes. So I'd say like it's something that runners should definitely practice. They want a nice adventure. Oh, that was a really good guard kill. I've never seen it done that way.
Yeah, the poke plus spin, that's
well,
damage.
I've never seen it done from that angle. That was a really cool angle. I've seen it done like by just luring him above the chest. Or catching him below the chest. That's what I've been seeing, but that was really cool.
That was pretty good.
And again, the sword ready in the door transition, which doesn't change the charge really. Oh, yeah, that's a different way than. Ooh, I
so
bet
much for
you.
that dark room.
Well, yeah, now you won't have to do it dark, but now if he gets a key here, that's a pretty big hint that he needs to go all the way through a state to get to progress. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see that if he gets a key.
Yeah, I think we've already seen the map as well.
Yeah, so let's see. Maybe if we get a key here, or if it's in its vanilla spot, like if the sewer's key is vanilla, I think I would still do it. I think, oh yeah, I would have set up a death warp with that guy as well. It doesn't, it's just one item, well, maybe 4, but we'll see what he does from here.
Well, the other play is once he gets mitts and can go back.
Yeah, he can do it in reverse.
Yeah, and if those 3 chests don't have a key, then that means the dark escape chest is not needed.
But what if both mitts are in that back room?
That's a good point. That's a good point. I don't want to think about it, but it's a good point. And I thought I was bad with the commentator's curse.
Look, I just always guess 22. Ooh, hello, Master Sword. Well, it's an early Master Sword in V26, so I think we'll be making a trip to Agrima later. Which means...
and don't forget the cape. Don't forget the cape.
Oh yeah, well, we have both now, so I don't know what that means. But yeah, you're right. We actually have we have an early lamp and an early access to Agra. I would honestly I've seen it so often that if I was in this race right now, the moment I find Moon Pearl, I'd go kill Adnam. Even if I had like 6 chests somewhere, I just get it over with.
Or you could gamble that Moon Pearl's on the pyramid ledge and just go ahead and kill him anyway.
I'm not that crazy. But I'll be curious to see if these when what?
That's a bow.
Okay, so Eastern is one. Eastern is 100% like the play, right? You have lamp and bow, so
Yeah.
the logic wants you to go kill Armos. And there's the but it's
Arious is about to go get his Master Sword.
It's pendant though. Interesting.
Oh.
I would.
You know what? If it's pendant, I don't care. Eastern has been paying out pretty well lately.
I think it's like the dungeon that pays out the second most, like item wise. I think Thieves Town, and then Thieves Town, Eastern, then Stall are like number of items in a seed required because of just their position. Like Eastern has like 3 items. You can have all 3 items in Eastern be accessible as if they're vanilla, like with no items. And Stall just needs Dark World Axes, and same with Thieves Town. So we are seeing. Oh, and as we not all, but as people have found out, without the bow, pod is really weird logic-wise, and like you'd only know that if you looked at the stats. If you don't have the bow, anything past the first 3 chests is considered a sequence break unless all 3 chests, and then I think the next 2 chests are keys. So if you get all the keys in like the first 5 chests, the game, like the logic, will like considers all of the dungeon open to you except for the bow locked spots. But if you don't find all 5 keys, the dungeon is considered bow locked to prevent you from soft locking. It's very weird logic wise, and you'd only really know that if you like looked really deep at the numbers.
That's good information to have. Oh,
yeah.
We got Ether over from the hobo.
Did he not talk to the guy? Who? Elias? I'm not sure. Uh-oh. Did the guy have something? I don't remember. Oh, Bo. He totally doesn't have... Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, look away, everyone. This is a bad time. Oh, no.
Arios, go to the guy. Get your bow.
The thief wants to teach you the ways of Green Arrow. It's okay. Oh, no. Robin Hood just wanted to pass you his bow. Oh, I hope he goes back. He'll never go back, though.
Oh, he's going for the fake flip.
He'll never go back. I don't even...
Oh, no.
Oh, this happened to me in a race, too. Oh.
This reminded me of the last race I commentated where Flippers and Mimic Cave in Turtle Rock, and the guy forgot him for like 20 minutes.
I forgot him in a race and then quit, and so he's like, "Oh, Fire Rod was super early. I don't even remember where it was." I'm like, "What? Wasn't it at like the guy in the hut?" I'm like, I like reboot up the ROM, walk to the hut slowly because I have no boots, and and I was just like, "Oh, that's bad time." Oh, that's not good. I feel bad for Arius. Apparently he's had computer issues. Like, oh no. So the worst part about all of this is because he is adding M1 open, if Moon Pearl is also accessible to him, he will eventually get to the point where he opens up Dark World, which will eventually, like, our only hope for him is that whatever is on Armos is not like Armos has whatever they need to open up the world, and that he gets kind of locked in this enclosed space. That's his only hope, and then he has time to recheck. But like, why would you recheck there and talk to the guy? Because you'll see the chest open. And, I checked it. So like, this is I hate to say it's definitely not over. because he could find it. He could just, oh, I forgot to talk to the giant. But this is going to be rough. It'll be interesting to see when he does. Also, interesting to go here without Moon Pearl. Very interesting decision.
Well, he's got over 1,000 rupees. At this, he doesn't have a whole lot more he can check right now. Actually, does he?
I mean, I would check Eastern, and he has Escape. Yeah. He hasn't touched Escape, so I would have done either Escape or Eastern, because those are both open and have way more items than this Lawn Walk gives you. But it's a good gamble. I like the gamble. Maybe, I don't know how new Arious is, but I recognize Skudge's name. I think Skudge is, like, pretty well known. Does I recognize his name? I want to say that he runs at MG. Maybe somebody else could correct me. That was really cool with the bow there.
That was a...
That was slick. I liked it. He didn't even pick up a pot. I was like, what are you doing? Oh. I'm actually curious.
Oh.
Now I'm going to look it up. Go ahead.
Oh, and by the way, we didn't say it yet, but he found the ice rod over in Eastern.
Yes, that's telling sign that Trinets may be needed.
Pendant Trinex needed, confirmed.
Oh, not pendant. Okay, so yeah, this is the play. Go here, find your lamp. Go to the rest of this so I can see what's in here. Both gloves at the other end, and Moon Pearl. Or no, wait, no, we want Moon Pearl and Armos, so he has to stay in Light World for now. That's right, I forgot.
No, he doesn't have to stay in Light World because he'll kill Aghanim.
Right, no, but we don't want him to have good access to Dark World. we want him to be lost in Light World until he finds that bow. That is the best hope we have for him. I want this to be a close race. I never want to see people like have something like this happen. Not even my opponents. I would much rather my opponent beat me.
Especially this early.
Yep. Because we're all here for fun, and I think everyone has forgotten a spot or an item, or forgotten that they're in go mode, etc., and just lost a race because they made that small mistake. And it's not fun. Nobody wants that on anyone in the community.
It's much more exciting to watch a race come down to 5 minutes than one huge mistake.
Finding ice rod early, yes, it quote unquote means nothing. But what it does do is it does mean that our racers will not have to search later for it. It can be quite an elusive item because it can be anywhere except for on Trinets himself, or in a spot locked by the item Trinets has. That makes sense. Like if Trinets is flippers, it can't be deep in swamp, or it can't be an ice palace. Ooh, what I want to see. Oh, there's the Moon Pearl.
No!
He is not going to Dark World anytime soon. That's so bad for him. Like, in the sense of, oh my. Well, I mean, at least SuperSkuj. So SuperSkuj doesn't have access. I think he's gonna go do Dark Escape, Death Warp back, do Aghanim. I think that's the right play. That was a really good Aghanim fight, though. Yeah, he's definitely heading towards Hyrule Castle with this save and reset. No? Yes? What? Oh, is he... What?
Oh, he might be setting up a Death Warp.
But why wouldn't he go... There's guys who deal, like, way more damage over there. What is this? Oh, he's doing Overworld Fairy Revival. Wow!
This is a new one.
No, this is called Overworld Fairy Revival. It is a minor glitch. It puts you. It's a way to activate fake flippers if you have a fairy. It requires very good timing. You can also use it to get the. If you are in Water Walk, you can use it off the ledge at Zora's to get the Zora item if you are in Jesus Walk. But it requires really good timing. GamerCal has a video for it. Yeah, SuperSkuj. I totally remember that Skudge is like an ALTTP glitched god. That's why I remember his name. He is a glitched god. What did I call it? What did I call it? I'm pretty sure I called it Overworld Fairy Revival.
Yeah, I believe you did.
Yeah, I got it right. I feel so good. There's also Overworld. There's also Bunny Revival, which is reviving yourself, like in Dark World as a bunny. Like you die, and then you like revive inside of a dungeon as a bunny, and then you're Link while inside that dungeon. It's completely useless in normal randomizer because you will never run into a situation. It's specifically for glitchless, or for like heavy glitch categories, like reverse boss order.
Well,
There's a Zora button, huh?
Oh yeah, there's a Zora button on this tracker.
Oh, okay.
Did you catch the ledge though? Because I don't think I saw.
It was nothing. Yeah, it was nothing. I'm sure we would have seen SuperSkuj pull off some weird glitch to get there.
SuperSkuj is not checking the Dark Escape yet.
No, I'm okay with that. It's gonna feel really dumb when it's like Hammer and Glove though.
Yeah, Arious is over here doing his Eastern Palace check. He's going to be disappointed when he has to turn back without the bow, though.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot. The last time I did commentary, my mic was super light staticky. Is it fine this time? Chat? You yelled at me last time. I'm not gonna give up on the runners. Never will I give up on a runner. Although he's gonna be very confused for a bit. Wait, okay, so I don't. Maybe the reason. So here's the thing. Skuj might not realize that he can do Darkest State Backroom without Glove. I've noticed that a lot, even like vanilla runners playing this rando, don't realize it if they took a break from the last tournament to this one. Because in the last tournament, you couldn't. The only way to enter back to state was during escape in standard, or with powered gloves. You can't push the statue normally. So he might not know. I doubt it, because I'm pretty sure he would have looked this up. But there's like a very small chance Skuj doesn't know he can do it. That's all. It's a very minor thing, but it's possible. Well, the key could be in the sewer chest, which he never checked. So it's a very small percentage chance play. So it's probably fine that it's still fine that he didn't do this. Skuj though is probably
There's a hammer. Arios has a hammer.
That's. I mean, he doesn't have Dark World without gloves, but he could do escape, and maybe escape's got the glove, and then Agil's not required, which is hilarious. Like, very hilarious to me, not just minorly. I love it when runners do like Agile because they don't want to do like 2 different item spots that are out of the way. Actually, though, I think he only loses like a minute doing this. Although he's gonna finding the hammer when you're stuck on not going to Agina is a thing. You've already been to that part of escape. Oh, he's doing it too. He's thinking that Moon Pearl's on the pyramid. Oh no. It's probably confirmation bias. You've probably just seen it in 2 races. You have to think about how many races. How do you can get back there? Man, I love watching Skuj play.
It's definitely been a treat so far.
He's very, very good at glitched Link to the Past. So, like, I think he was in the Overworld glitches showcase, and he did like he showed off a glitch that was never seen before in that, I believe. It is really great. I think somebody said he's like the favorite. He's probably one of the favorites in the secondary because he's actually just very good at this game. So we're gonna find out what's at ledge.
Did Skuj just not participate in the qualifier?
I don't know if he's good at rando. I just know he's technically good at this, but it's possible. Maybe that's it. I think that might be it. I don't think he was able to participate in a qualifier.
Oh, pendants are Skull Woods and Thieves Town.
I hate
I didn't
that.
catch the 5-6 though.
That's rude. I don't like that. That's mean. He's going straight to pod though, which is hilarious because his hammer's not over here. He's gonna be very sad when he does pod and doesn't find a hammer.
Arios is his stream's frozen again.
That's fine. Well, we have focused on SuperSkuj's cool play. I hope he pulls off weird glitches again. He's so fun to watch. Do make sure to follow both runners, not just like follow both runners for sure. And remember that losing does not take you out of the tournament at all. In group stages, you can be as bad as 2-2 if you're in a 5-person group and still make it a tiebreaker race. So keep that in mind. One bad race does not spell your defeat in group stages, which is why people like group stages. It gives you the most chances to play. And what I saw of Arious' play, although currently it's frozen, he seems very good. Like, he's not a bad player. So I'm excited to watch more of these racers, regardless of the outcome of this race.
Yeah, due to how group stage works, we could see a rematch further down in bracket stage.
We could see a rematch in the tiebreaker race. These guys could end up playing against each other. Hey, we're back, and we have Arious fighting Adden. 1 second, I have to step away very quickly. I'll be right back.
Alright. Arios is heading into his Aghanim fight. Skuj checking his... I believe this is the vanilla big key location he's going up to. Been a while since I played vanilla though, so I could be wrong. But $5, not exactly worth it. For 28 minutes in, though, they have a decent number of hearts. We've seen a lot of seeds that have just been very low in the 5 to 6 range, and they're pushing 9. Here's the Hell Hall with... Oh, very clean. Just dipping back and not getting hit at all. Arios finding out that his Moon Pearl is not on the pyramid ledge. Without the mirror, Skuj is going to do a Death Warp back to start. Arios is probably really confused right now, trying to figure out where to check. Probably going to check the Dark Escape.
Okay, what did I miss?
Skuj not finding a whole lot and just
oh no, wait a second. How do you get back to escape?
Huh?
He can't actually get back to escape. Oh wait, no, he can via Uncle's. Right, he has to take Uncle's drop down, I think? Yeah, he has to take Uncle's drop down to get in there. That's right. I I was worried for a second. I was like,
Yeah, you killed the Agnify. Oh, right.
Yeah, the
warp gate.
Yeah, the warp gate. Without mirror, you can't warp back. So, whew, I was a little worried there that we ran into something that technically shouldn't happen. Yeah, he's gonna be really confused in a second. Oh no, he has a piece of the puzzle too that like SuperSkuj is probably not gonna check for a while. Like not until he has mirror, probably, and maybe even mirror and Titans. He's probably oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna see so many good bomb jumps.
There's the bomb jump to the big chest.
I hope he never finds Hoodshot. Just because I know he can handle it. Oh, hello, Temper.
There's Tempered.
Oh, that feels good. See, I was right. We're gonna get a good, nice seed with good equipment.
And a big 20.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, we knew he wasn't gonna find Hammer to complete the dungeon. So. And that is okay, so the only chest is the one he hasn't. Yeah. The only chest left is the one he hasn't done. Oh, SuperSkuj is going to the hammer. This actually made sense because it's one of the few places he hasn't checked. And he doesn't actually have access to really anything in Dark World. Without this hammer, he can't. Even with this hammer, he doesn't have access to much. Actually. Oh, this is linear. This seed's really linear. When he picks up this hammer, the only thing he will have access to is killing Helmasaur.
Yeah, because he can't go. Well, Hype Cave.
Oh, right. He can access southern. Yeah, you're right. Oh, I'm mistaken. He can access the southern part of Dark World. Just Hype Cave, and yeah, my bad. He can go to South Dark World. He can't access the west side, which is always weird, right? Like when west side's the side you can't access.
Yeah, usually that's usually the first place you can check.
Yeah, and there's Hammer. He's gonna feel really dumb for a second.
Yeah, there was a moment's hesitation there.
He was like, "Oh, but what? Is he gonna check escape now?" Thinking, "Did I just do Adrenum for no reason?" Oh no, and Arious is checking. Oh, he doesn't even have Cane. He can't even sequence break for fun. Like if he had Cane and Mushroom. Oh, and yeah, so this is
Cane and
the recheck.
Mushroom?
If you have Cane and Mushroom, you can do a fake powder. I don't know why you can. I just know that you can, okay?
I'll take your word for it.
I just know that if you mash Cane with no magic, and then the frame after, like, trying to use Cane, you menu to the Mushroom and then use it on that frame as you exit the menu, you cast powder. With no magic. That's as usual. Just ask Gamertal, he'll explain it. It was used in a race. Yes, I hope so too, Alvi. I hope he goes back there, talks to the guy, and he's not even that far behind because he has the hammer, right? So he'll be able to do things more efficiently. So it's not lost.
Yeah, he's only a right now he's only a Armos Night Kill behind and checking pod.
Yeah, which he'll obviously full clear, but oh yeah, you're right. You're right, DS Pates. Wait, is he just? Wait, no, you can't enter Dark World from here, bud. You need the power gloves.
Even if he had the power gloves, he'd be locked in there because
he would have had to save and quit. It's always interesting. You are one bush away from being able to do. You would be able to do all of Dark World as Super Bunny, or sorry, all of Skullwoods as Super Bunny, if you could drop down a hole into Stallwoods, but there's one bush. There's like two bushes and a rock in your way. Just a fun fact.
For Arious to catch up, he's got to go back to me Moldorm Cave. Get that get that bow. Run through Eastern real quick.
Yep. So
and hope the seed opens up to confuse SuperSkuj a little bit.
Yeah. So the he forgot he had tempered for a second, I think. Yes. So to really clarify, the guy in the cave has bow, and Armos has the moon pearl. Pendant Armos. Oh, nope. No, that's the wrong way, Arious. What does he think he hasn't done? He just here. Oh, he maybe thinks he forgot chest and escape. Very clean kill with the tempered sword there. I mean, significantly better weapon than you're supposed to have for that boss.
Yeah, I think it's about as quick as the bow, too. Arious is finally heading back there. He might get the bow.
Oh.
Let's see how many bombs get dropped.
Yes, thank goodness.
I am surprised. I'm very surprised there's no rage there.
It's not the guy's fault.
The rage was probably just very vocal that we couldn't hear, and probably very, very thankful for that. Alright. So we're getting a cave of mediocrity check. Oh, never mind, it's Hype Cave. There's a hook shot.
Ooh, and well, hello.
That's all of the armor.
I salute you, V18's glorious return.
Alright, so we know we don't have to worry about a fluteless seed because Meyer is required, so we will find the flute somewhere, which means we'll get to see Swag Duck.
But it could also be on the pedestal,
which would be even better.
I've already had to kill one pendant boss, so that's thin.
At that point, that would also mean flippers are required, and flippers are somewhere, because Swamp is a pendant.
Oh. Yeah, oh, hey, Swamp. Hey, flippers aren't technically required.
This is unusual. We're getting to see a bumper cave check while someone has cape. Never mind, $20. Arious about to go to the back half of Eastern Palace. Get that moon pearl.
wonder if we're gonna find something in Skullwoods.
Two items, but as you said, it's usually two good items.
It is almost a 50-50. Oh,
I think that's the good 50.
Yeah, there's the 45% of the time an item is there.
A hook shot through the spikes. That I'm seeing a few things I haven't seen before yet.
Now, if you're Arious, obviously you're playing your hardest. I bet you he goes into overdrive. Like, I want to see him suddenly just pull out crazy strats, and that would be really cool if he actually caught up. And he could. He's not an insurmountable amount of distance behind. Studge has made some routing errors in this run, so definitely feeling good about like this race now. Like, I'm very glad that he hasn't given up. I would feel so frustrated, and if this was just a regular SRL race, I probably would have quit, raged, yelled in the spoiler chat, being told that I forgot a spot, and then just being like, oh, and yeah, I would not feel good. I feel like I feel for him. I've had that exact same thing happen. So Studge, wait, where's Studge going? Oh yeah, he can't get
He
through.
found the piece of heart. He found both items.
You're right, and he also can't. He can't. He was just taking a weird way to get into town, but this isn't the only way to get into town from where he is.
So it's not going to take much. Oh, there's Titans.
Oh wow! So Titans is just kind of spread amongst this part. So now we've got real. Oh, he doesn't have power gloves, so he has to enter through Adrenum. Okay, that's interesting.
Which he did get that kill, but
Does he? Yeah, you just have to go. Oh, this is tough if you're used to, like, this is a very abnormal seed to have you locked to Southern Dark World. So I'm not, like, again, not everybody knows this randomizer or knows Link to the Past like really well. And like, I'm not saying that I do. It's a lot easier to watch and like know what's going on. It is very weird. I always find myself very confused in these seeds where you have to start where you only have one access to Dark World in like a corner of the world, and you have to take really long walks. It's very strange because you're used to having all these different ways to get to Dark World.
over in Thieves Town, we found Quake and we found a bomb upgrade so far, as well as the big key.
So Arious is checking Hype Cave first. Might do the full Southern Dark World check first. Oh, interesting. SuperSkuj does not want to do the rest of the dungeon, considering he found 2 items. He doesn't feel it's worth it to continue on in the dungeon, and I agree. You can just do the rest of that dungeon later if you need to.
It could end up giving Arious a chance to catch up, though.
If there's something important there, absolutely. It's always interesting to see, like, people who do that, like, because he can complete that dungeon, and I think that me and Willard share the same opinions on dungeons, and that is complete the dungeon, pendant or crystal regardless, until you have all the items, in this logic at least. In the older logics, I believe that there was some wait-in towards Overworld, or like there's something, I don't know the specifics. I only started playing in like V23. But I know that in this one, there's a slight bias, like 0.4% or something, towards dungeons. Apparently that 0.4% or whatever was original at that is probably very different. But that was just like the initial number I had been told. And as we can see, like Skullwoods is like 45%. Eastern Palace is like 39% for required items. SuperSkuj, check the hammers. I hate doing that personally. If I don't have to, that's just me.
Yeah, I usually like at least having boots for that. Arious checking his digging game. That's a lot of digs for not a lot of payoff. And Skudge is about to get his arrow upgrade. Bet he passes up on it too.
Okay, so Arious should be making his way. Oh no, he has the hook shot, so he won't be making his way to pod anytime soon. That's right. He has a lot more overworld to check, and that's actually going to save him time. Nothing was in pod, was it? Correct me if I'm wrong. There's temper, but I mean, you'll just pick that up later when you're there. Although it was in a weird spot.
And Quake was in Thieves Town. We don't know if that's required yet, so yeah, there was. Other than that sword upgrade, there was nothing significant in pod.
Yeah, there we go. Arious is not far behind making this. I would call this a gamble, by the way. Personally, not going to pod first with his current equipment, but he had the hammer going into Dark World, which is actually saving him time. I would say he only lost about 5 minutes to that item because of the Skudge's decisions, and compared to what he has done now. I think that he's making up time not doing pod now, even though he can fully complete it. So I'm this is now very interesting, because Arious is going to find his gloves right away. This is going to give him way better access to the Dark World way quicker. So I feel bad for anybody who decided, oh, this race is over, being all smug and stuff, not realizing that rando is rando, and anything can happen. What if Skudge forgets an item? Although I hope he doesn't. That would be bad.
Let the fetch quest begin. Skudge gets his mushroom from the blacksmiths. But I have seen a 2 dungeon gap almost get just completely eliminated going into Ganon's Tower. So this isn't. I don't think this is even a 2 dungeon gap, so it can still be made up.
Wait, I feel dumb. I legitimately missed what was on the Smiths.
The mushroom.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That is a fetch quest. Okay, so nothing was in the back escape. I'm pretty sure that this item is $300.
Yep.
Yeah, it feels bad.
Arious is setting up that bomb jump, and he gets it. Without the big key. Oops. I think they're pretty close to locked again. Skudge can check purple chest, and I think the mushroom.
Yeah. Death Mountain.
Oh, he does have full access there.
Yeah. So definitely not locked. We have a lot of places to check.
I'm so used to Death Mountain being checked well before the 50-minute mark.
I had a seed where it was inaccessible for 90 minutes. Go mode was accessing it. It was a weird seed. Weird things happen in Randomizer. Like, only having access to pod when you enter Dark World, which is vanilla. So, not that weird.
Arious tried to death warp back to the start of Skull Woods and forgot he has a fairy.
Add that to the highlight reel.
I think if we included all of the runners' accidental fairy uses, we have a pretty large fairy graveyard.
That's what I asked for. Please clip all fairy deaths, all fairy fails, so that we can just make a giant compilation of them later. Because that is what gets me going. Seeing people attempt death warps and having fairies revive them is hilarious to me. It makes me laugh. I don't know if that makes me a bad person, but
Yeah, I had a race trying to death warp from Hyrule Castle and got a piece of heart for full health.
oh, yeah, that one counts too. I was restreaming that. I couldn't contain my laughter. I was very much in stitches. Thank you for that. That was my favorite moment in the tournament so far.
I'm glad I made someone's day. Old man's just paying off with an arrow upgrade, so...
Yay, arrow upgrades.
Hey, at least it's the Death Mountain save quit.
That's true. It's always worth it to get the old man. And nothing on East Death Mountain. Or sorry, West Death Mountain. Time to go to Eastern. I wonder if SuperSkuj has to, like, remember he's in no major glitches. I wonder if he's, like, constantly thinking about weird super jumps he can do.
That would be unfortunate.
Like if you're used to like major glitches, I wonder how hard it is to play rando. Like, does Andy, Skudge, like Patty, all them, like, do they actually like struggle sometimes to play? Because they're like so used to like glitching. It's something I have to ask him in relation to that really cool fairy revival glitch we saw. That really I like that.
We'll definitely have some good things for post-race interview once this ends up.
Okay, come on.
Hopefully
come on,
both at the same time.
Yes. Come on, other hype cave. No, not yet. Please? Oh. Wow. That got worse as it went on.
3 big 20s, arrows, and a 10. Arious is actually going to full clear Thieves Town.
I like it, personally. I like that better. I think he is the smarter person here. In this case, I like full clearing better.
If it ends up being a pedestal seed, this will even it up.
If it's like something like mirror, even it doesn't even have to be a pedestal seed. If there's something like mirror that isn't required, which it isn't in the seed to swamp isn't, that would be huge time save. We saw a race be lost because somebody couldn't mirror. It was that Rezaphos match I was talking about earlier where he tried to death warp because he didn't have mirror and his opponent did. So, very interesting. Like, it's little things like that you wouldn't think, or like even boots. If he finds boots here, having boots saves you a lot of time over time.
Actually, on the mirror is required because swamp is a crystal.
Oh, swamp is a crystal. My bad. I thought it wasn't. I thought swamp was a. Whoops. I feel like maybe I'm confusing it's something we discussed pre-chat then, pre-race. But never mind then. Mirror is required.
Yeah, I believe one of the qualifiers had a all pendant dungeons required, pedestal not. Oh, we're going to see Swag Duck soon. That is a flute from Skudge.
So flute is there.
Boots in the big chest.
That's bad. This is not good for Arious. That's what we wanted to see in the bottom part of Thieves Town. Not what we wanted to see in Hera for the closeness. Not rooting for anyone in particular. Did he get that spin? Yeah, he did. Cool. I wasn't sure. It looked like he tapped it with his with the poke.
Yeah, that would have been bad. Yeah, we saw 2 items, so he doesn't have to check the basement.
Correct. We got 2 very good items. Still probably gonna check Dark World because he has hook shot, so there's lots of items there. I think maybe if he didn't have hook shot. Oh, you know what? He can even double check TR and maybe open up TR. Like, he totally should open up TR here. It's a little bit. I think it's like slightly less efficient to get the items. Oh no, he's gonna do this. Okay. Did he check what TR is?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, no, he has to be in Dark World for that. I mean, he doesn't have mirror, so he has to either sacrifice opening up TR now, and like he could have checked the first few chests, which could have been a very interesting play.
Well, no, he can't check anything in TR because he doesn't have Kane.
You're right, he doesn't have Kane. Oh darn. Darn. I was thinking of. Yeah, that would be a really cool play if he could. You're right. No, this is right. Yeah, I was just thinking he could do Super Bunny and Hookshot after opening up TR with a medallion, and just get that over with. But this is fine. He can check what it is, so he knows if he has to look for another medallion. Very good. I don't know what that shit's called, actually. So, very good clip.
Well, we'll go with that. Good clip. Good clip. Rewards, not so much.
No, unfortunately, Death Mountain outside of Hera hasn't paid off at all so far. We're gonna see. Oh, he's gonna check it right now. Be ready, tracker. And it is Quake, so we do have access to it. We have access to the Swade Duck. We have access to Quack. What?
Arious about to check his back half of Castle Escape.
Also, did I find out there's nothing there? And there's nothing in Hotshot Cave. Wow, what a bunch Death Mountain. Other than those Hera items, which were very not bunk. Do we know what 5 and 6 is? No, we don't. Okay.
Yeah, that's too quick a check.
I must be a tracker's best friend. I always forget these things, so I open up my map like 4 times. Did Skudge do Spike Cave already? No, but no runner likes to do Spike Cave. He also could, actually. Yeah, he has a bottle and he has tape. Jeez, that's spin speed. He's gonna go get the mirror, right? He has access to desert. With the flute, whoa, wait. He needs flippers and Fire Rod? What the heck?
Yeah.
That was cool. I've just learned a new route. Cool. I've never seen anybody ever do that before. Like go to the left, up, to the right. That's definitely faster though than anything I've ever done. Have to be good at not bonking though.
All rise for the Swag Duck Anthem.
Oh, so he needs cane, fire rod, flippers. That is it. Yeah, and then he's done. So potentially Bombos. You're right. But I mean, those 3 items for sure. We'll find out right here. You can hop in this lake from here, and you can see it if you're a little bit higher up. What was it? Was it Quake?
It was Bombos!
Ooh, okay, never mind. There's 4 items. We're nowhere near then. Also, hopping in that lake without flippers allows this room to go faster. Fun fact. There's Fire Rod. Turtle Rock just needs Samaria. I bet we're gonna find Samaria soon. Thanks, chat.
So, wouldn't it be funny if Bombos was on the pedestal? Skuj isn't even bothering with the green bottle.
Okay, so we are. Skudge is definitely like the seed is definitely leading him to places. Like this is definitely a lead. It just basically gave him all the items where and it was boots locked too. So even finding the book wouldn't have mattered. So we have the bid key now. What could Arius do as a big gamble to like get ahead? Because so far, like he's going to get Hera, that's needed. But other than that, like none of the other dungeons have had anything yet. There's 1 item for Desert as well.
Yeah, one thing it might help, he could, once he gets the Fire Rod, which is still a little bit away, make the Skull Woods play, do a blind pull at Ped, but I don't think he'd really want to do that.
Oh, you mean because he's already got 1? Oh, wow. Wait, Ped,
It's gotta be Kane!
By God! I missed it. I feel bad. I always miss it. I always forget it, and then I have to do it the second time. It's okay. You did a good one. So, at this point, flippers. I kind of want him to do exactly what you just said and go make the play. I think that there's gonna be something. I think flippers are on pedestal. Flippers or combos. Fancy a swim or the Ring of Fire.
Well, right now, Skuj has full access to Turtle Rock.
Yeah, so there's a lot of plays he could have made. But I really want what you said to happen. I want Arius to get the Fire Rod and then go do Swamp. Or sorry, go do, like, a blind pull. That would be really cool.
He's he doesn't have the mirror yet. If he remembers mirror on library, it routes into it fairly well.
Oh, that's so cool. Man, you got me hyped. Oh, he doesn't know the bomb jump. Sad. That bomb jump's hard though. I don't blame him. Without boots, that bomb jump is tough. It took me a lot of practice. I think that's one of the harder ones. Like, other than Ice Palace. There it is. What do you feel whenever you get boots?
Relief that I actually have boots.
They're not that rare. Come on. You're gonna go do the Turtle Rock play or the Ice Palace play? Or the Skull Woods play? Wait, does he also think that it's pedestal?
He doesn't have books, so he can't check.
Right, but is he just gonna... Wait. Is he just gonna do it? Because he's like... Because it's really not gonna take long, right? Oh no, never mind. He's going somewhere completely different. Dane. I was super stoked. He has boots, right? Bonkrotz, and he has mirror too. Okay, you're right. Bonkrotz plus... This is good routing. Darn. I was so excited.
Yep, Bonk Rocks, Graveyard Ledge, King's Tomb.
I thought we were getting a 195 IQ play.
Apparently we missed a Troll Dorm.
Did we? I think he didn't troll, did he? Did he fall? He got fast though, so he did poke him by accident. Look, you got me so hyped for that. Like, you got me so hyped for that now. Anything other than somebody checking pedestal blind is like going to be unexciting to me. I'm just kidding, of course not. Oh, wait. Yes? That's where he meant to go. He's doing Dark World now, okay.
Yeah, Arious still has I think he still has full East Death Mountain, doesn't he? Or does he just have... Yeah, he's got full East.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure he did this already. Oh, he didn't do,
Spiral Cave.
Yeah, he may also be entering through... Yeah, he probably just did Relative, which is cool. He saved some time there. Yeah, he saved time over over Skudge there.
I was Scudge doing the South Dark World tour. Oh, chat pointing out Arious had to climb Death Mountain twice.
Oh, there's Bombos!
So that's Meyer and Turtle Rock plays. One of them could still have flippers. Hopefully we get to see the pet hype though.
Oh, this is cool. This is neat. So he's doing Meyer first? Oh yeah, because you really want to... Wait, no. No, you'd rather do Meyer in Go mode, I think. Right? If you're looking for items, and you have these two dungeons that both take very long, wouldn't you choose the one with 5 items?
Well, the other philosophy I've heard on this is Meyer only has 2 items, and the big key can be fairly trolly in its placement. You're still likely to find both items on your way to the big key.
Okay, that's fair. I like that. I like that. That is an answer that I like. Cool. He's 1 item for pet. I wouldn't think of doing that. But that's a cool play. Yeah, like if flippers are here, yeah, you what you said made sense to me. So Arious has everything he needs to go to Meyer. Not sure what he's thinking.
Oh, and Meyer and Swamp are the 5 and 6.
So it can't be a Fat Fairy. Okay. The flippers, I mean. Praise the map check. And before next tournament, every runner is required to go on the map for 10 seconds. or something. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I've seen some really good suggestions for ways to know, for like better ways to know what the pendants and stuff are on a seed. Like in the suggestions, I don't know if any of them will be implemented because they're somewhat not vanilla. But, you never know. Your cape, you have to pull it out. He might die. Oh no, he's dead.
Just in time.
Does that? There is a bit of a delay on when you can use the cape. So, I thought it was Sanctuary Heart. That would have been so funny.
It might have been because I think he hit pause.
Oh. Yo, that was clutch from Studge, charging there and not getting hit by that fireball. Studge, my man, doing like not being afraid of right side. Or sorry, left side, Meyer. Just doing it.
And the king was buried with $50.
Rip. Not a very wealthy kin. So now we're just waiting. So Arious has a lot of options to him. Just to remember, hopefully he remembers that the mirror is where it is. I'm pretty sure he will.
Looks like he's heading that way.
Oh my goodness, I'm learning so many boot spots. Sorry to touch you off. I'm learning so many boot spots from Studge. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, there's half magic from Skudge. That's that'll help if they have to do Silverless Ganon.
Yes, because it does mean that you can use the Fire Rod.
Nair is actually routing his Swag Duck pickup with his soon-to-be mirror.
He's got the mirror. Has he done? Did he do Smiths? No, he didn't. Oh, and there we go.
Is he going straight to Mire? Or no, he could do Desert.
Swamp. Yeah, Desert. I'm pretty sure it'll be Desert. Although it would be pretty cool if it went straight to Mire.
Doesn't have Bombos.
Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Bombos is on the other is on the southern mirror ledge. You are right. Both these runners are playing really well, especially Arious ever since like he recovered. I'm really glad that he kept playing. Why? Oh, does he ran out of... No, you didn't run out of magic. Oh, you ran out of health. You were damage boosting. I see.
Really quick kill. And Arious deciding to go ahead and get the green bottle.
Doing it a little bit inefficiently with the mirror strat. You can just do it with, by going along the edge of the room. It's a little bit faster. Far less complicated. You have already checked this. This is what kept you in the game, Arious. Nope. Oh, what? Oh, I see. He realized he had done it, so now he's flew in to go do Desert.
Vitrius had the second item, and we're back in fetch quest mode.
Was it Powder? Did I miss Powder?
It is Shovel.
Oh, even better. Longer animation. Wait, no, it's actually shorter animation.
I'm expecting a dash dig.
That doesn't dig up the item as far as I know, which is sad. Unless I did it wrong.
Oh
Nope.
no, he disrespecting the best boomerang.
No. No, that's a fanfare that you have to listen to. Come on. Okay, where's Judge going? Oh, he's just gonna do ice. He's like, nah, screw it. Though, like, Studge, you do need flippers. They're in Turtle Rock.
Knowing that flippers can't be in ice though, and since that is his final
Oh,
go mode item,
right. He's just gonna go mode this. You're right. Good point. I like you, co-commentator.
Thank you. I'm having a fun time with this.
You correct all my dumb mistakes. I get too excited, think something's going on, and then you're like, no. I'm like, oh. But what if?
Well, there is some good news. The pet hype is still possible.
This is true. We could still have flippers there. Oh, there's... What was that? Oh, we still needed cane. What? Oh, right. That was Arious' cane. I'm getting confused. I'm pretty sure Studge, like... I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened with my brain there. Oh, this is so cool. He's doing everything, like, perfectly in this dungeon.
There's the double Armos kill. Or, sorry, double Stalfos kill.
Okay, why are those called Stalfos? Somebody needs to tell me. Are they not just skeletons? Am I missing a joke? I'm seriously... I don't know why they're called Stalfos.
Arious is about to get his desert kill, having to conserve a little bit of magic. He's running low on fire rod shots for those land molars. The single spin penguin killer for Skudge.
I just learned how to do that. It always feels good. Oh wow, not even yet in that chest. Feels... Wow, freezer chest disrespected.
Probably feels very confident in his silver list, so not even going to worry about finding him.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, Skudge runs like swordlet. I'm learning so much today. Wow, I didn't know you could do what Skudge just did. Somehow. That's... wow. I'm becoming a fanboy. It's okay.
Desert down for Arious, and SuperSkuj just bodying Cold Stare with that tempered.
That was... I'm... Sorry, co-commentator. I have a new love now. That's why you play boss rush. I need this boss rush thin. Skeletons that are less than free or something. Is that... Did you just make that up?
Oh, remember that Skull Woods play we mentioned earlier?
I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I hope it's flippers.
If it's flippers, Arios might be in this.
Arious would be almost in go mode minus the bombos. So it just depend on how long. Wow, that would be really cool. He would actually. This would put him ahead, I think.
That would be go mode depending on how comfortable he is with Silverless Master Ganon.
Oh right. So this actually opens up 2 items for him. That was just kind of cool. Oh, I'm so excited for this.
And if this ends up being PED, that would bring Arios within a single dungeon of Skuj.
Yep. And Studge would be wasting a lot of time in these dungeons, because he's except for Ice Palace, which he domoted, he is not going to domo Turtle Rock because he has to check every chest. So it really depends. This is Green Pendant, so he also has Sestrilla to check.
Chat bringing up the fact that Arios does not have Bombos yet, so
Right,
we're mistaken.
No, I did mention earlier, I had the caveat, it depends on how long it takes him to find Bombos. So if he decides to check more overworld, like the mirror spot, then we are totally good, and he will be in Domo. But it was with the caveat that depending on how long it takes to find Bombos. But here's our pedestal hype. Oh, I love pedestal. I'm so happy.
The blind pull, let's see if it pays off.
No.
No!
Couch
Why?
It has to be in Turtle Rock then. I'm pretty sure it has to be in Turtle Rock.
He sat there for a couple moments.
It could be Green Pendant.
It could be Green Pendant, in which case that's
which I'm just gonna put this out there. That would take Studge a while to find. It would probably not be his first guess. So now Arius is going to pot, so he will get his tempered most likely, because he won't be skipping things here, unless he gets flippers here. Well, no, they won't be anyway. Whew, this is. Whew. I want flippers to be here because that would be so interesting. Come on, Satrilla.
That mirror, that was a perfect mirror. Oh, just some love.
So yeah, I think it has to be here. Oh, he's going to Turtle Rock? Interesting. Considering how close he was to Pod. I guess, yeah, you have all of them, and Turtle Rock has 5 items, and yeah, that is very interesting. Because that's the only thing he could be doing up here, right? Oh, you know where else the flippers could be?
Where else?
They could be on any of the the pedestals. Sorry, not pedestals. What are those called? Tablets.
And we don't have a book yet.
Yeah, so we could find book in Turtle Rock. So it's not necessarily in Turtle Rock, but I believe it has to be connected to Turtle Rock, like an item here. I believe we've checked all other overworld spots.
Mimic Cave. Hopefully I don't forget Mimic Cave this time.
So we're going to be seeing both runners. We're going to see both runners here at the same time, which is really cool. Very interesting running by Arius, and I'm very curious to see if it works out. It should, because like I said, I'm 99% sure it is a thing connected to this. It's either here, it could have been in Mimic Cave, which is part of this dungeon for all intents and purposes, or it is connected to a fetch quest item here. So book or powder. Yeah, book or powder.
Unfortunately, Mimic Cave was only $20.
Yeah, unfortunately. So kind of worthless.
Especially since Arios is about to break the $2,000 mark. Looks like SuperSkuj missed the switch the first time. Arious getting trolled by the jellyfish.
Yeah, that is. I hate those jellies because you get knocked down and it's like, that sucks. If you get shot by them. I've been knocked down before, and if you're on that, like, you're at the end point, you can be knocked down just by getting hit by them.
Skuj is playing some safety strats, getting the, taking that bombable door. And there's flippers.
Yeah. It, like I said, had to be here. We've shut everything else. Skuj was very fast. Oh, okay, that's a thing I didn't know existed. Oh, and Skuj is gonna do the dash. That was really good. That was even faster than the item dash, I think. The way he did that. Fancy a swim?
Unfortunately, not today.
No. No fancying swims. Skuj's play is so good. Yeah, he must not have played in a qualifier. Somebody could confirm that, but I feel like he didn't play in a qualifier. I don't remember seeing him in the race listings for any of them, and I feel like he would have been featured in one of them. I did watch all 5. So. Did he do this on purpose? No, I'm just kidding. I doubt anybody intentionally missed the qualifiers just to get into the other tournament. I don't even think that it was known that the top of the secondary was going to get like anything. So. Skuj, some runners will not stream on their own channel for tournaments or for races. So it's possible that Skuj is using a secondary stream of some kind. I do not know the details. I know that some runners do that. What is Arious doing?
Good question. Might be an emergency bathroom break.
Might be. Among other things, and there's tons of things that could be emergencies. Also, we're going to see Go Mode swaps. Don't blink. Oh yeah, it was probably bathroom or like getting called by somebody. So now we're seeing the other runner. We'll discover it very shortly. That Flippers is going to be there, which will put him into Go Mode, other than the Bombos.
Where was Bombos anyway?
Southern, south of Grove.
Oh right, the mirror spot.
Yep.
So many items to keep track of over a race, especially between 2 runners.
Yeah. I don't even think of half the items sometimes. Like, when it comes to medallions, I only really mark them so that my chat knows. Like, I wouldn't mark each medallion. The only items I really like to mark down are progression-based items, which is why I'm a terrible tracker. That's why I don't track very often. I feel like runners have that issue sometimes. We forget things like the boomerangs. Why would we ever check the boomerang?
Yeah, no, in my case, I've actually got a location tracker as well.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, okay. I don't use that anymore. I have it open so I know what's open to me, but I don't, like, touch it. Oh, and a death to with Arious.
He did just come in from the Mimic Cave entrance, so it's not going to be too much of a time loss.
Yeah, it's true. It's not that. Alright, this is only like 3 rooms. That's fine. Oh, and this long pipe. Also, people always. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say the one of several mini cutscenes inside Turtle Rock.
Yeah. Yeah, it's people are always like, oh, are those actually called chain chomps? I know they look like chain chomps. Are they chain chomps from Mario? I'm like, this is a dungeon called Turtle Rock. It is a dungeon that has pipes in it. Yes, that is in fact a Mario reference, as is most of this dungeon, I think. Not Trinets though. I always thought that this was just a giant Mario reference, but it's even got fire bars in it. This is my take. We are seeing a very clean, aggressive fight. Is this a 1 cycle? Was that a 1 cycle?
I think so.
Wow, that's impressive. That was a really good pattern, because sometimes you can just do lots of large lunges, right?
I think his travel distance is just based on your distance to him, because he always tries to go toward you.
Oh. If that's true, I learned something new. I thought it was random. I thought that he chose to do a large lunge or a short lunge, just like the... Oh, I can't remember what they're called. Crickets? And the fleas in the dungeon. There they are. He's got them. Can go now. You don't need that. What are you? Right, he's looking for another sword.
Or Bombos.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting he doesn't have bombos, and that's needed. See, I'm not a very good runner.
Skuj only got the first level shield from Argus, but going straight into Ganon's tower.
I mean, of course, who needs Oh yeah, he's in go mode.
Yeah,
I mean, he's in go mode and has everything done. So I forgot, right? Because he didn't have to do it. He go moded Palace already. Nice Palace. That was really smart. I wouldn't have thought of that. I am actually relatively new to Link to the Past speedruns. Like, not the game itself, but the speedrun. So it's always nice to see better runners.
I see chat's already getting their guesses in for where is the big key in Ganon's tower.
Right. I will say 22 as always.
I will say tile room, which probably ends up being 22 anyway. Arious is doing a hammer fight on Trinex since he doesn't have the tempered sword yet. Even with red mail though, this Trinex does a bit of damage.
So this should be a very clean fight. Sorry, Tower from Skuj. Based on his play this whole time, I'm expecting very, very clean.
Well, it looks like Bob will get to live today.
Yay! I still don't know why we call him Bob, but we do, so he is Bob. Wow, he did that with without half magic. Arious. He did that Master Sword without half magic. Did he pull out his hammer? I didn't notice. Oh, we already got the big key. Wow, jeez.
If your guess was 5, congratulations! You win. What are we giving out today?
We didn't have to kill the Stelphos. Like, the Stelphos in the Stelphos room. Fantastic.
You win the ever-loving appreciation of the Armos Knights for not having to kill them.
Poor Armos Knights.
Oh, the torch counts as 1, so it was so it was 5, not 4.
Oh, I thought it only counted if you touched it.
I thought it counted if you see it.
I don't know the game. I only started paying attention to Rando in the semifinals of the last tournament, and I only started playing after the finals were done. I think I started playing during SGDQ. Yeah, that's right.
I think I've been playing for about 4 or 5 weeks. Skuj is just making this gauntlet look easy, though. And then the ice kicks in.
Oh, he is going to be very disappointed. He does not have... Yeah, he does have flippers. That's right. He's not going to find bombos here.
Skuj going up into the Wizrobe room. Arious is starting his Swamp Palace. He still has Swamp, Pod, Ice Palace, and Misery Mire to complete. We may end up finding where the final sword upgrade is, though.
Yeah, that's true. It could very well be in this dungeon.
Yeah, without bombos, I don't think Arios is going to take the chance of just passing it up in Swamp.
No, it would be very strange if he did. Although people step right side all the time. That's not even like uncommon, which unfortunately not uncommon. I don't know why people make weird gambles in this game and it bites them in the arse, and then it doesn't, and it makes me mad. I hate. Stream? No. Wait, no. The restream. That was the restream in general. Rip Alvy's internet. Or mine. I don't know.
It's not just you. Alright.
Hey.
And SuperSkuj is in the mini Helmasaur room. Did not get a check and see what was in validation, unfortunately.
Is he going? Yeah, okay. Hey, he's making the gamble that most people make. It's not uncommon.
He might feel extremely behind and just has to make some kind of gamble.
Yeah. It's only 2 items, so... Yeah, I think we... I haven't dropped frames at all in the tournament. Or since getting my new internet. Actually. He tried to swipe the bat on its way out. That was cute. What if those...
I've seen a few runners try to do that. I'm going to laugh the moment someone decides to use the butt catching net to try to catch the bat.
I've seen people shovel Adidim's dead body. That's my favorite. I think that was Ben's thing. He would shovel Adidim's dead body sometimes.
Looks like we got... Is that cereal commercial, Ganon?
I missed the quote. Also, this is... Oh, he got the best position! That is the absolute best spot for Phase 2 Ganon to get. It's a pretty good spot even for phase 1. Less so though, because you could get hit multiple times by the trident, but you could also bounce off the trident. Studge showing off by charging through Ganon.
Ganon just going around the floor. Arrows in Ganon's tower.
Oh, it's further in. Okay, so he got the trick. He has half magic, so this should be fine. He should be able to do silverless. I believe it is 12 spins, right? No. Yes, 12, because it's 24. Also, can't tell if he's getting hits off because the FPS on his stream is too low. So I can't tell if he's getting the damage. Unless he bounces away.
I'm saying knockback.
Yeah, that's basically how I'm counting it. I've seen a few not knocked back, but yeah, I think that's how we'll be able to tell if he knocks back. Like that was a hit. That was a hit. Oh, that was a miss. That one's hard to get though. The reappear one. Have you ever gotten that? 'Cause I haven't.
Oh, Ganon's down. I don't.
Oh.
I don't think I've gotten the reappear. But then again, I think I've only done one silverless Ganon so far.
I hate silverless Ganon unless I have temper. I don't think I'd be able to do Master Sword silverless Ganon.
So SuperSkuj has finished.
Finished. Sorry.
The official SRL time of 1 hour 41. 1 hour 41 minutes and 42 seconds.
That's a good time. Especially with how linear that seed was at the start. So we're going to see if Studge wants to come in for an interview. And here he is. Congratulations, Studge.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah. Super, super awesome run to watch, in my opinion. You were playing fantastic.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, well, mostly I was pretty happy with the two. There's a few places where I sort of self-destructed a little bit, but overall, yeah, it was pretty good.
Where would those have been, would you say?
Oh, in the gauntlet, I took like 5 or 6 hearts of damage really quickly, and I started to get really worried there. There was somewhere else where I was really upset afterwards. I don't remember. Like right at the beginning, I got knocked around a little bit, but my hands were just not warmed up.
The beginning was a little weird of that seed.
Oh yeah. There was like no good items for a while. I killed Aghanim with a couple locations left to still see. And then when I didn't get anything in Palace of Darkness, I was really worried that I wouldn't have had to kill Aghanim. Luckily, though, I'm pretty sure it ended up being required.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
So if you're wondering why Arious asked what happens if I forfeit, he had forgotten to talk to the guy in Moldorm Cave.
And that was
Bo.
the bow. Yeah.
So he got a little flustered there. He only lost about 5 minutes because he hasn't done pod yet. Because he had Hammer going into Dark World, he just did a bunch of other things. And with nothing in pod, he hasn't had to go to pod yet. So, or at least he hasn't decided to, even though he could finish it. So it is kind of out of the way. He's actually blind pulled pedestal and Chet's green pendant.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
rough run for him then.
Yeah. Well, so in this seed, if you look, like you skipped. There was like a really clutch moment when you were in Hera, and he was in Thieves Town. The items that you could have found in Hera could have been in Thieves Town. That would have sent him way far ahead of you, right? So.
Oh yeah, Hera was loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. I keep in the last seed, Ice Palace had 2 important items in it, and this one Hera had 2. So maybe it's a trend. These are actually the only 2 seeds I've done on this version of the Logic, or the 2 tournament races I've done so far. So I don't really know exactly how to play it.
Okay, see, that was actually something. Sorry, go ahead, Dark Shadows. I've talked a lot here.
Oh, so I have to agree with Zelda. So that great play, and one of the things I noticed early on that it's kind of surprising was the fairy glitch where you just revived and water walked. That's a trick I haven't seen yet.
Yeah, it's very rarely practical, and usually even when it's like kind of useful, there's probably a better way. But I think that was one of the few places where it was actually really effective.
Yeah, I agree. I totally knew that was a thing. I was like, where is he? What is he? Why is he? And then I was like, then I saw you go there. I'm like, oh, it's fairy. Then I saw you dance. I was like, it's fairy revival. He is a fairy. This is like the one time this matters.
Yeah, and then I forgot to check the Zora ledge item.
It was. Oh, you didn't see, like, you saw it, but you didn't check it, I guess, in your mind.
Yeah, after I saved and quit, I was like, oh, wait a second. I have no idea what that is.
20. It was 20.
Okay. Luckily, the last item that I needed was the flippers, so I didn't have to worry that was there. And I also knew I could do Ice Palace and Go mode because the flippers couldn't be there. So that was kind of a convenient ending, the way it all played out.
Also, I have to thank you for doing the glitch there, because it took me about 40 minutes to realize who you were. I was like, I'm pretty sure I recognize his name, but like not for Rando and maybe not for Vanilla. And then I'm like, oh wait, this is Skudge. He does glitches a lot.
Yeah. In fact, I have a tutorial that includes the fairy fake flippers glitch.
Don't you have a tutorial series on how to get into like glitch to the past?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you're interested in glitch to the past, he has a YouTube channel. You should do that. Or if you just like entertaining or like informational video game videos, just there you go.
Yeah.
But yeah. So my question tying into the fairy revival, have you ever like struggled not to have you ever struggled not to do a like major glitch?
Yeah, there's some things you think about very differently. Like I almost never think about where crystals 5 and 6 are, because in major glitches you never need them to get into the fairy cave. So like it's something I always forget to even consider in glitchless runs. I don't really almost accidentally do glitches, but there's stuff like that. Like I'll forget that you need Titan mitts for Ice Palace because there's ways to get in without them. Or there's so many ways to get to desert with glitches that you rarely need any items for that. So I have to kind of rethink all the prerequisites.
Mire 2 is super easy to get into, right?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, okay. That was what I was curious about. If you ever have to like rethink it, because you're such a glitched runner, and I guess Andy, Patty, a few others would also have the same, like have to separate those two categories so much.
Yeah.
Also, I have a question. How did you end up in this? Did you not? You just didn't play in the qualifiers?
Yeah, I didn't play in the qualifiers. I wasn't sure if I wanted to participate at all. I didn't really want to try too hard because I burned myself out, running this game so many times. But at the last second, I decided I would just join the secondary and just kind of not really practice or anything, but just rely on my previous speedrunning experience and hope that was enough to carry me through it.
Burnout for some of these games is real. I agree.
Yeah.
I burned out of my favorite speedrun after running it 3 times as much as anybody else in the span of 2 months. But yeah, so we are seeing Go mode from Arious, so it isn't going to take him that long. He's at Mire, and he has Pod left? Pod and Ice Palace. Is there anything else like in that run that you want to comment on?
Not really. I got the big key on the bridge in Mire, but I wasn't in Go mode yet, so I couldn't try the hover. Otherwise, I would have at least tried.
Aw.
Probably failed.
You mean hover from the chest to the Vitreous?
To the other bridge. You can hover
Oh,
that gap.
that's cool. I'm
Yeah, I don't
sad.
know.
Yeah, we didn't see any hovers for me. I'm sad.
Yeah, there wasn't any time really because the boots were kind of late.
Not hovering at Moldorm.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a risky one. Especially like at the end of the run, I have no idea where my opponent is. I'm not as consistent as some other runners with the hovers. So yeah, I'd rather not take the risk.
Well, especially if it takes a little bit of time to get over the edge, you gotta worry about the Moldorm bump.
Oh yeah, I hate that. He'll come right at you as soon as you're ready to hover.
It's like those jellies in Ice Palace that are just like, they're never anywhere near there when you want to bomb jump, but if you're hovering, they're just right
Yeah.
there.
Oh yeah, and I fell at the Ice Palace bomb jump because I started moving. I pressed the D-pad before the bomb went off, like I was already in the jump. So I just walked off.
Yeah, I know that feel. Wait, what? Alvy, that's mean. I only said co-commentator because it's faster for my brain to remember than trying to remember my co-commentator's name. Now I feel bad.
Yeah, I noticed that partway through. I was like, I'm not gonna say anything.
I only just noticed that. Oh. I'm sorry, Dark Shadows.
It's fine. Actually, last time I commentated, I think I actually said the wrong name and was able to roll with it.
Feel so bad now. That I also feel bad that I just received something. I think I actually have to go before Arious is finished. Something has come up family-wise. I may have to leave, though I do not want to.
How close is he to finish now?
2 dungeons. Two go mode dungeons. He just has to go mode pod.
Okay.
Yep. In ice, and then go mode pod, and then go to the tower.
Yeah.
Okay. I can get his stream up now. I don't like to try to pull a stream up while I'm also running my own stream because that often my computer can't really handle it.
Oh, you mean while you're streaming? Okay. I was just saying
Yeah.
you shouldn't do that while you're racing. That's bad.
Yeah, now we were racing, yeah, but like while the credits are rolling, I don't pull up the other person's stream because I'm worried my computer's gonna crash. But since they're done, I can turn my stream off.
I feel bad for your computer.
Yeah.
But I guess actually you need less CPU when you're streaming from a console, which I guess you do.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, you taught me so much, like little places for boots. Like, thank you. I am a better runner for watching you speedrun this.
Oh, nice.
Like, the house, like going around the boots house by going left, up, right, definitely looks faster than like moving diagonally there.
Oh yeah, and it's safer after you've killed Aghanim. That red guard is there, and he's very likely to interfere.
Yeah, that red guard's mean. All the extra guards in the world are mean. I don't like any of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Eastern Palace screen is like the worst after you kill Aghanim.
I feel like that's one of the hardest. It's been a while since I've seen Reverse Boss Order, but I feel like that's probably a pretty hard part of Reverse Boss Order. That part, just run into Eastern, because I guess you do Eastern last, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last thing you do. Oh yeah, he only has the Master Sword. The other sword.
The pod.
Yeah, it was in Palace of Darkness. I was trying to remember where it was. And the silver arrows were apparently in Ganon's tower, but I don't know where.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to take the last bit from me, Skudge, then you can, and then I can go, and then there's still 2 commentators.
Oh yeah, I can.
Oh, cool. Now I feel far less bad because he still has 2 commentators. If you're watching this in the future, Arious, I am sorry. I have to leave. But yeah, thank you everyone. Bye. Skudge is smarter than me, so this will probably be better for you.
Take care, Zelnus.
All right, well, he is in go mode going into Palace of Darkness, so he's probably not going to open all the chests. And I think the sword was in the dark maze. There's not a good chance he's going to end up going there. That might be a problem for him.
I think it was in the dark anti-fairy room on the right side. No, it could be in the dark.
Man, I always forget the run as soon as I'm done.
I have the same problem. I do remember it was a right side chest in a dark room.
Well, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, once he gets the big key, he's probably not going to keep searching chests.
Well, it depends how comfortable he is with Master Sword Silverless Ganon, because that is a bit of a different beast.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not even really comfortable with that. I mean, I'll do it if that's all I have. I'm not going to go looking for another sword, but I'll wish that I had a better sword.
On top of that, he does not have half magic right now, so...
Oh, yeah. Now, where was that? Was that in Meyer? No. Yeah, it was in Meyer. Yeah. The chest right near the big chest. Whatever you call that one.
Alright, you did end up full clearing Meyer.
Yeah. Yeah, I was still looking for the flippers. I was thinking full clear Meyer, go mode Ice Palace because I know the flippers can't be there, then full clear Turtle Rock. Hope that the flippers are in one of the locations before I'm done with that. Otherwise, I'm looking at like Spike Cave and the rest of Thieves Town and really bad locations like that.
Yeah, Thieves Down Pendant has usually paid out. I think I only gave you the Quake medallion this time, or was it somewhere else where you got Quake?
Yeah, it was one of the medallions there, and then the other. I only checked the first 4 chests. The other 3 were dungeon items. I was actually kind of in autopilot there and almost continued doing the dungeon, even though I had planned not to. I noticed quick enough to death fort. All right, so he does not have the tempered sword going towards Helmasaur. He might open a few more chests in Ganon's Tower. He might do a different route, or just keep opening chests to look for the sword if he does the same route. Those are going to be his last chances probably to find another sword.
Yeah, hopefully for his sake he can find a sword in the tower, or at least the silvers maybe.
Yeah, he may find those.
Even still, a silver arrow but Master Sword Ganon, the sword still holds you back quite a bit.
Yeah, the first 2 phases are probably the hardest. I guess it depends how much experience you have doing the silverless fight in general, but the last phase with the Master Sword or the Tempered Sword, the only difference is how many times you have to hit him. The actual execution is exactly the same. But with the first 2 phases, it's significantly more difficult with the Master Sword only.
Yeah, I constantly find myself going to Cape Strat if I end up having to do a Master Sword Ganon.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea. Especially if you can get some potions to make sure you have enough magic for the 4th phase.
Helmasaur's mask is down, going for the arrows. Shouldn't take too much longer on Helmasaur.
Nah, not with how well equipped he is.
And with that, Arious is going to go to Ganon's Tower.
Is that right? His HUD doesn't have Ice Palace complete, but maybe he didn't mark it. Yeah, he didn't mark Palace of Darkness either. I think he's done marking stuff because he's in go mode. Now, I've heard that it's faster when you go to Ganon's Tower to use the warp by Turtle Rock instead of the warp at the bottom of the mountain to get into the Dark World. But personally, I like to use the warp at the bottom of the mountain because you have to deal with squirrels like 2 less times if you do that. So even if it might be a teeny bit faster optimally to climb up the mountain, my personal preference is to warp at the bottom for that reason.
Yeah, if those dead rocks get in your way, I've seen them get in your way as you on the small path leading towards Turtle Rock on the right, and you just have to wait them out. That's going to take up any time save you got.
Looks like we're going to see that here. That's exactly why I warp at the bottom, is for that reason right there.
Yeah, just taking the hit so he doesn't have to worry about it again.
Yeah, that sword does not hurt these Lionels. So you either have to damage boost through them or find some other creative way to get through. There's a few ways you can do to be absolutely safe. Like you can mirror back to the light world and then warp back and use the invulnerability frames to get through them. If you're like very close to dying, or if you're doing like a one-hit KO run or something, in this situation, damage boosting is perfectly fine with all those hearts and red mail. No point in doing anything convoluted if that'll work.
Yeah, luckily you guys got red mail really early, considering it was all in Hype Cave.
Yeah, both the armors in there.
And the hook shot. Yeah.
I was going in that cave and I was trying to think about what I would do afterwards, and I was like, I really just hope I get something here, because if I don't, I'm really not sure what I'm going to do next. Then I got the hook shot, and yeah, that pretty much set the path. Oh, he's committing to the right side here. It's going to make him find the big key a little bit later, but it might increase his chance of finding a sword or the silver arrows.
From what I've heard, it's actually faster routing wise to go right first, because you just go right, check those first 4 chests, go through the teleporter, get that 1 key, and then you just go left from there.
Yeah, maybe I'll start doing that if I get the key in the first room. Because it really is only just a couple rooms to get here, to these chests.
Then the first time you do it, it ends up in the tile room.
And the audience loves it, but the runner hates it. Well, we'll find a green potion. That might help him. I mean, he doesn't have half magic, and he may want to use the cape for Ganon, like you said earlier. So having an extra potion will help.
And there's the mirror back, going to check left side.
Oh yeah, I was about to die, or very close to dying in Ganon's tower. I checked the validation chest and got healed. As I was passing those chests, I was thinking, I don't really care if I get silver arrows or another sword, but I was like, what if I could get a heart or something to refill my hearts? And I was like, whatever, I won't worry about it. But then I opened the validation chest and got it, and I was really happy about that.
Yeah, it was at that exact moment that Alvi dropped frames.
Oh, that's too bad. Nothing there. There are still 3 chests upstairs that I did not check, so we don't know what's in those. They could help him.
He probably feels like he can do it, but it's definitely something you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually had a bit of commentator's curse in the gauntlet, because I was commenting about how you're making a real clean run, and then on that last room, that hurt.
Yeah, I did some weird stuff. I do this thing where I try to walk between the spikes, which is like a pixel perfect movement, but it's like, I don't think it's actually pixel perfect because it works surprisingly often. So I took a couple hearts of damage there, and then I got hit by a couple BMOs in the same room. And then the fire rod didn't work to kill the Stalfos with the splash damage like it usually does. So I was a little flustered there. I was like, I'm gonna try to do something clever and hammer dash these pots to get some hearts. And like I locked this spark on top of the heart, so I couldn't even get it. I ended up taking more damage. Yeah, it kind of fell apart.
Well, at least you didn't die.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty good at staying alive once I realize that there's like a crisis situation, and I stop trying to be too silly. Because I'm pretty comfortable with like all of Ganon's tower. And I know where all the backup hearts are.
Arious has been getting a little bit of work in with that bow. Guess you don't really have to worry about conserving arrows when you don't have the silvers for Ganon yet.
Yeah. Oh, he has the powder. I never found that, did I? Must have been in a pendant dungeon.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, Fire Rod quite strong against Lamolas. 2 hits each. Fortunately, the Master Sword isn't terribly strong. It'll still take 4 spins or 8 slashes.
Yeah, I only recently learned about Fire Rod's strength on them because I've been like, oh, silver arrows, let's kill them.
Yeah,
a little bit slow.
I have a lot of trouble using the silver arrows on Lamolas. If I have a lot of magic, I'd probably use the Fire Rod, even though it's maybe a little like if you get a bad pattern, you can't always get a 1 cycle. But with the silver arrows, you should always be able to get a 1 cycle if you have the right timing. But I just can't get the timing down, so I probably have more consistency with the Fire Rod.
Oh, and he got the 1 cycle on the 4 Wizrobe room.
Yeah, I messed that one up. I've been missing one of them lately. I don't know exactly what goes wrong because I'm not like looking at the Wizrobe that doesn't die at the time. Like I'd have to go back and review the video. So like after like I'm walking to the door and one of them's still alive and I have no idea why. So I'm gonna have to workshop that room, see if I can figure that out. Oh, careful. Okay. Don't wanna get hit by those lasers.
Yeah, I think red mail coming in handy on that.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh. Nothing good in these 2 chests.
Yeah, blue cane a little late.
I was worrying about his hearts, but yeah, he does have powder, so he'll be fine. Check this last chest.
Free fairies.
Oh no. I was worried on Moldorm too as well. I started my dash and I paused buffer to like judge his position, and the way he was moving, I was pretty sure that if I stopped my dash, he would hit me immediately. But if I kept dashing, there was a chance that he would knock me out of the dash and knock me off the platform. So I stayed in the pause menu for a second and like weighed the pros and cons to decide what to do. And then I just decided to keep dashing and hope for the best.
Yeah, I'm actually not familiar with the dash strats on Moldorm yet.
It's almost never like definitely safe. Like you can almost always get knocked out of the dash by his movement. But depending on the positioning, like you know that even if you do get knocked out of the dash, you're not going to get knocked off the platform. So in that case, like it's technically safe. I don't really like to dash through him very often. I always start with the dash there though, just because that's the way I practiced it. You never know where he's going to be at the beginning, and it just gets you closer to what's potentially going to be a better position to start the fight. You got a better start than me on Aghanim too.
I think that was a triple. It's close to a triple.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, nice. 3 cycle.
Yep, it looked like a 3-2-1.
Yep. I think I did 2-2-0-2 or something like that. And of course, we do get the same patterns because boss RNG is seeded.
Yeah, we've had matches before where the blue ball count differs just because of a quick 2 to 3 cycle where someone else gets a couple extra cycles and those cycles have the blue balls.
Yeah. We need to get 12 spins here. He can pit himself against the wall and spin. He can actually hit him twice. So that's definitely what he's going to try to do. He's not really worrying about dodging too much, just trying to get as much damage in early as he can. I think he still has a blue potion, so he can definitely just do this for a while.
Yeah, our tracker's showing 2 blue potions.
Oh, nice. Did he purchase them from the shop?
Possibly. I don't think your bottles had blue potions stocked in them before.
Yeah, I think the first one was a fairy, and I used that one for the flippers. And then I think I saw a green potion, but didn't pick it up somewhere. That's all I remember.
Yeah, Arious went ahead and picked that one up.
Oh, he should probably use that potion now.
Yeah, now would be a good time.
Yeah, those flames do 2 hearts of damage no matter what armor you have, so he had only 2, so he had to use that. But yeah, you got past the first 2 phases. Should be a little simpler from here. It's kind of long and tedious, and because of the length of the fight, there's more room for error. But it's not really more difficult than Tempered Sword, phase 4, other than the fact that, you know, a longer length of time means there's more opportunities to mess up.
Yeah, and then there's also the magic situation because he is not on half magic.
Yeah. I'll probably use the lamp mostly, especially for the torch glitch. You want to be able to just spam that on that torch to get the glitch.
Yeah, I'm glad to be watching this from this end for once.
Yeah. At best, you can get 3 hits each time you light the torch. If you don't know the timings well, you can still usually get up to 2, but you have to have a very specific and precise timing to be able to get a triple. Can't really fluke a triple.
And without the half magic, that every miss is going to hurt that much more. Oh,
That's not good. That's really unfortunate because he did have to expend 1 potion. He could go fly. It looks like that's what he's going to do. Fly away and get some more potions to try again, just to make sure that the next time he can definitely kill the guy.
Yeah, at this point, I totally agree with just flying away and getting more potions.
Turning the mushroom while he's here. I think
right,
that
he
was
hasn't
just
done
bombs.
that. Yeah, this seed was really kind on y'all for money.
Oh yeah. I'm always worried in the early game when I go to Kakariko first that I'm not going to be able to buy the bottle merchant item the first time through. But we got like a 300 right away, and then just kept coming. I almost did Houlihan even though I was at 400 and something. But yeah, I figured there's really no point other than for swag, and you know, we see Houlihan a lot these days. Oh yeah, I never went to the bomb shop. I was thinking about that when I was in Turtle Rock. I was thinking maybe I should have done this first.
Oh, checking the 5-6.
Yeah. Oh, okay. He's gonna probably teleport that bomb. What he's gonna want to do is use a screen transition right when the timer hits 0, and you can sort of buffer it by just going back and forth as it counts down. There's some weird things about it though, like if you successfully get the teleport, but then like you open your menu immediately after the screen transition, it like disappears. So there's like weird, like tricky things that get people sometimes when they don't really know all the nuances.
Is it really faster to teleport the bomb like that though?
Not exactly like that. There is a really clean way where as soon as you walk out of the shop, just walk left and then just go straight north off the ledge and teleport it there. And of course, any additional time that you have to move the screen in order to to buffer it is a little more time lost. There's some fancy things you can do with it because using the mirror to warp to the light world will also teleport it. If you can do that right when the timer hits 0. So you can actually transition to the next screen and then kind of keep going for a while and get like really far away before you do it. But it's more risky that way too. But yeah, he was probably again hoping for. Oh, he did find another sword. I wasn't even paying close enough attention, but yeah, that's probably exactly what he was hoping for from that fairy.
He got that and the book. Surprised we didn't see a book until then.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about that a few times. When I was at Hera and when I was at Swamp, of course, I always think about the tablets. And since Desert was a crystal, getting that early probably would have put me in Desert really early. Yeah, so this should be a lot easier this time.
Yeah, he's already in phase 3. And final phase, but Ganon's teleporting right to that lamp. I don't think we're going to see Torch.
Yeah, I think he actually intentionally reset the fight there because he didn't get the Torch glitch.
Well, he got to 4th phase fairly quick, so I can see it happening just to, once again, the magic situation without half magic.
Yeah, if you don't get the Torch glitch and you're not able to do phase 4 very well, you might waste a lot of magic and then you have to redo the fight without magic, so it's better to just save like all your resources and just start over if you're worried about that.
So, one to note on Arious' side is he got pretty close to a full tracker on this run.
Oh yeah. Just missing boomerangs, I guess.
Yep, the boomerangs, the silver, the sword and shield upgrade, and a bottle.
Yeah.
That's one potion down. It's getting a little bit low on health there. I forget, is Ganon's teleport, is that RNG fixed or no?
Yeah, that'll be seeded as well. But I don't think it resets to the same pattern each time you have to restart the fight. I think it just continues down a long list of randomly generated values. So each time he does the fight, he's going to get a different pattern. But the beginning will be the same as anybody else who's playing the same seed.
Yeah, because when I said that, I just realized I think the first time he spawned top left, and the second time he spawned bottom left, going into fourth phase.
Yeah, he always kind of warps bottom top, and then he has one of 4 positions that he can choose on the top and the bottom. And then the last hit that you get in third phase, he's gonna warp to a different position on the same side that he's already on. So if the last hit on the third phase is on the bottom, he's gonna warp to another bottom position. It's gonna be 12 hits here in this last phase with this weapon.
So you said you've run swordless, right?
I've not actually. Oh, well, I did with like a very old route. I haven't run like a modern swordless route. I did a reverse boss order for a while though.
Oh, and Arious has defeated Ganon, about to go into the door and end the run. With an official SRL time of 2 hours, 21 minutes, and 31 seconds.
Yeah, it sounds like he had a hard time with this one.
Yeah, the bow did cost him quite a bit of time.
Yeah. Yeah, silly stuff like that feels so bad, and that can really affect your mindset for the whole rest of the run.
I hear ya. Thanks everyone for the follows. Jastia Cypher, thanks a lot.
Is it?
What a brutal seed.
Let's see. What is it? 8 o'clock. Just trying to look at the schedule here. Unfortunately, I don't know how to read it quickly. Yeah, it looks like, I mean, if you're looking at the Link to the Past Twitch page, you're going to be seeing a lot of live streams, several probably showing tournament matches between the Speed Gaming channels and the Randomizer Mania channels. So if you're looking to watch some more tournament races, there's plenty to watch.
Be sure to give our runners a follow, and thank you to wait a moment. Thank you to Kova for tracking, Alvi for the restream, and thank you to both our runners for putting on a good show. Mistakes happen, like the early thing, missing the bow with Arious, but he still put on a good show for us, despite the fact.
Yeah, thanks for commentating this, and thanks Zelda, even though he can't hear me right now, and of course for the restream. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here now. So I will bid you all farewell.
All right, thanks, man. And congrats on the win, and good luck in the rest of the tournament.
Thanks.
As he mentioned, there are a few more matches happening tonight. Coming up in just a couple minutes on Randomizer Mania 3, we have 3 Ducks versus EOD Techs. At 9 o'clock on Randomizer Mania 4, we'll have Aaron Doby versus John Rossum CL. And going over to the main tournament... Oh, wait. Okay, let me pull that up real quick. Oops. On the main tournament at 8 o'clock, we have Logaroo versus Super Taylor on Speed Gaming 1. And at 10:30, we have Haikyuu Type versus TGH right afterwards on Speed Gaming.